don't know about these because eventually they do break and then they're not as sharp as a cut. So like these are anvil and then there's bypass, and most people recommend bypass, but you know, these are bypass. Actually, these are anvil too. See that? All right. This is what you're going to be using mostly for pruning your apple trees, because a lot of this stuff is just snipping, giving a haircut. A lot of these sprouts that come up, and they will come up more and more. The first year after you prune, the second year, it's going to look like it may look like you did no work whatsoever, because a lot of stuff will sprout back up.
So do you cut those down? Because that's how mine look like.
This branch, and let's say this is a really big branch, so I'm just going to use it on a miniature scale. So if you're looking at this, which one would you prune? Would you take this one off? Would you leave this one? Or would you leave this one if you're looking at it? Or would you leave that, or would you cut that one off?
Why would you cut that at all? I'd leave the whole branch.
Yeah, so would I. But I'm looking at it as a big branch.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. No, this is a good branch. We're keeping the whole branch.
Yeah, yeah.
So this right here is kind of a drooping branch. We're saying this on a large scale. I'm just using it as This is getting shaded out by the branches above it, and it's below horizontal. So this is a suppressed one. It's getting shaded out. It's not producing enough carbohydrates, so it's not going to produce big apples. Okay. This one right here is kind of vigorous. It's going to produce vegetative growth because, it's got that hormone in it, so it's just going to produce vegetation instead of fruit. So that's going too straight up. This is about 45 degrees, but this right here is nice. That's about 45 or so. It's almost 60. We want to try to enhance branches that are like that. So either horizontal or horizontal and 60 degrees. So you have a dead branch. Where do you cut this thing? This is a dead branch. It's always going to be here. It's never going to go away until the whole thing just drops off. Really, because the tree, this is like scab material right here. This is the branch collar. Okay, this is the branch bark ridge and the branch bark collar. You don't want to cut through this. Some people will just cut this material off right here. Now you just cut away that material that the tree uses to basically compartmentalize. Trees don't heal within like we do. They just seal it off. If anyone's ever seen like for instance, if you tap into a maple tree, if you were to actually cut down that tree years later, you'd still see a hollow inside the tree where the tap went in. The tree just compartmentalizes around that tap hole. So they don't heal from within. They say, okay, there's a wound, let's compartmentalize right around it. And it's always there. So this tree's not going to be able to ever heal all the way out past this branch. This thing's entirely dead, so it's not going to be able to heal the entire branch. And if you cut too much away, too much inside, you just cut off the scab material that it uses to do that. So you want to, when you make that cut, you want to get as close to that collar as possible. That way the tree doesn't have to work so hard outwards, and you still have that material that it can work with. Does everyone see that? Mm-hmm. That's the big premise behind pruning cuts right there, because most people don't do that.